Welcome to another episode of Blonde in the Kitchen. Today, my mom will be making chicken casserole. To start, we're going to make chicken broth out of one whole chicken. The video for my mom's chicken broth recipe will be linked in the description box down below. Once your broth is prepared, we're going to move on to the next step, which is making our onion mixture. Over medium-low heat, we're going to sweat the onions until just before they start to get caramelized. About 30 minutes is a good amount of time for the onions to release a significant amount of moisture, and this is where we're going to add half a cup of broth to the pan. Here you can pick up the heat and let the onions simmer down while adding in your spices and soup powder. For some heat, we're going to add in cayenne pepper, sweet paprika. We're also going to be adding black pepper, dry mustard, garlic powder, salt, and soup powder. The link to our favorite soup powder will be in the description box down below as well. Give this a good mix. Let it simmer for about another 5 minutes before adding in the rest of your chicken broth. At this point, we're going to let this simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes. While this is simmering, we're going to go ahead and shred the chicken. So we make this casserole about once a month, and sometimes we make it out of beef. Sometimes we make it out of vegetables like spinach and green beans, which is really delicious as well. For the chicken casserole, we find that shredded chicken tastes best. Let the chicken cool completely before you start to shred it. This is the type of work that can always use some extra helping hands. As you can see, I'm helping my mom shred the chicken as well. Whenever we eat this with my grandma, she always brings up how this was a meal that back home was made out of leftovers. If you don't have the time to boil a chicken fresh, you can definitely use roasted chicken, baked chicken that you have in your fridge, or even a rotisserie chicken from the grocery store. We ended up having a little over 4 cups of shredded chicken for our casserole. We're using a baking dish that's 9 inches on all sides and 2.5 inches high. It's best to oil the baking dish so that nothing sticks to the bottom or to the sides. We like to add thinly sliced potatoes to the bottom. Having the potatoes at the bottom of the pan prevents the casserole from burning. They also soak up the chicken broth and spices, which makes them taste delicious. Now that the bottom of the pan has all of the potato slices, we're going to add our shredded chicken. Now we're going to mix in the onion broth mixture before adding in our eggs, which will bring all of this together. When we add the onions to the shredded chicken, we like to mix it in so that the onions will be at the bottom, the middle, and the top of the casserole, and not just at the very top. When all of the onions are mixed into the shredded chicken, we're going to add in our egg mixture, which consists of 6 eggs, half a teaspoon salt, and half a teaspoon black pepper. Adding the egg mixture is the last step before we place the casserole in the oven. We're going to bake this at 350 degrees. This took us an hour and 20 minutes to bake. We place it in the oven uncovered, and after about an hour, we like to watch out to make sure that the top of the casserole doesn't burn. Here you'll see my mom using a fork to get the egg mixture to make its way to the bottom of the pan. This is going to keep the whole casserole together. And it's ready to go into the oven. Here we have our beautiful chicken casserole. Making this casserole fills your home with a wonderful aroma of onions and homemade chicken soup. It's so flavorful, and it's perfect for a cozy night in. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed, and leave us a comment down below of your thoughts.
Yours truly, Blonde in the Kitchen.